What if the story of North America's first inhabitants is far older than we ever imagined? Discoveries, from 23,000-year-old footprints preserved in white sands to 130,000-year-old mastodon bones at the Cerutti site, are challenging our understanding of early human migration. Sites like the 16,000-year-old Meadowcroft Rockshelter and the 50,000-year-old Topper site suggest humans may have arrived long before the Clovis culture, traditionally believed to be the first human presence in North America around 13,000 years ago. Could these findings reshape our understanding of ancient history on this continent? In the cold, rugged landscape of Canada's Yukon Territory, Bluefish Caves hold clues that may reshape our understanding of early human life in North America. Excavated between 1977 and 1987, this site is known for its fascinating yet contentious findings, particularly from Cave 1. Here, animal bones displaying what appears to be human-made cut marks were uncovered. Radiocarbon dating of these bones suggests human presence around 24,000 years before present, a time corresponding with the last glacial maximum, a period when much of North America was covered by vast ice sheets. The bones in question, including fragments from horse, mammoth, and bison, sparked significant debate within the archaeological community. The oldest fragment, a horse mandible, bore clear, V-shaped marks that resemble those made by stone tools used in skinning and butchery. This evidence suggests that early humans were actively engaging with their environment, surviving and perhaps thriving in ways previously unimagined. Despite these groundbreaking findings, Bluefish Caves has its skeptics. Some archaeologists question the stratigraphic context of the site, suggesting that soil disturbances could have affected the accuracy of the dates. Others argue that the bone modifications might not be solely attributable to human activity. However, recent studies have reinforced the original interpretation, underscoring the validity of the 24,000-year-old dates and the cut marks as human-made. This supports the idea of a pre-Clovis human presence in North America. Bluefish Caves plays a crucial role in challenging the traditional Clovis first theory, which posits that human settlement in North America began around 13,000 years ago. Instead, evidence from Bluefish aligns with the Beringian standstill hypothesis. This hypothesis suggests that a population of early humans existed in eastern Beringia, modern-day Alaska and Yukon, before migrating southward. This revelation expands the timeline of human presence on the continent, indicating that early migrations could have occurred much earlier than previously thought. Bluefish Caves, thus, stands as an essential piece in the puzzle of human history, offering a window into the resilience and adaptability of our early ancestors. Nestled above the banks of the Cross Creek in southwestern Pennsylvania, Meadowcroft Rockshelter stands as one of the oldest and most intriguing archaeological sites in North America. This location, safe from flooding and with easy access to fresh water, likely served as a refuge and strategic base for early humans. Archaeological evidence suggests that Meadowcroft was occupied by hunter-gatherers for thousands of years, possibly as early as 16,000 years ago, making it a key site for exploring the continent's pre-Clovis history. Excavations at Meadowcroft have revealed an extensive collection of artifacts, including stone tools made from materials like jasper and chert. These tools, characterized by smooth edges and distinctive straight bases, differ from the iconic fluted points associated with the later Clovis culture. In addition to stone tools, remnants of ancient fires were uncovered, allowing researchers to obtain radiocarbon dates that support human presence in the area as far back as 14,000 to 16,000 years ago. Meadowcroft's findings thus offer a new perspective on the timeline of human activity. The discoveries at Meadowcroft have sparked considerable debate within the archaeological community. Skeptics have questioned the site's radiocarbon dating, suggesting that contamination from natural sources could have altered the results. Some also point to the limited plant and animal remains, arguing that the lack of clear subsistence evidence complicates interpretations of the lifestyle of the site's ancient occupants. However, supporters maintain that Meadowcroft served as a broad-spectrum hunting and gathering site, where early people likely utilized both meat and plant resources for sustenance. Despite the controversies, Meadowcroft Rockshelter remains a vital piece in the puzzle of human migration to the Americas. Its rich and ancient deposits have reshaped theories about when and how the first humans arrived on the continent, positioning it as a foundational site for pre-Clovis research. Transitioning from the highlands to the desert sands, White Sands National Park in New Mexico has unearthed one of the most astonishing clues about early human life in North America: fossilized footprints dating back an incredible 21,000 to 23,000 years. Discovered in a dried lake bed once filled with the waters of ancient Lake Otero, these footprints push back the timeline of human migration into North America by thousands of years, challenging established theories of the continent's earliest inhabitants. The footprints, found along the lake's shore, paint a vivid picture of ancient life during the last ice age. Radiocarbon dating of surrounding plant remains has anchored these human tracks to a time when frigid conditions and glaciers dominated much of the continent. Such an early date creates a new perspective on how and when humans could have arrived in North America, suggesting they may have settled in the area during the last glacial maximum, a time previously thought to be inhospitable for human life. However, these findings have sparked extensive debate in the scientific community. Initial radiocarbon dating, which analyzed seeds from aquatic plants near the footprints, faced criticism due to the hard water effect. This phenomenon occurs when carbon from water impacts organic samples, potentially skewing radiocarbon dates. To address this, researchers employed additional techniques such as dating quartz crystals and analyzing pollen grains extracted from the same sediments, both of which aligned with the original dates. This multifaceted approach has solidified the estimated age of the site, adding credibility to the notion of a much earlier human presence. The footprints at White Sands provide a unique window into an era far older than the Clovis culture. As one of the earliest known sites of human activity on the continent, it reshapes our understanding of migration patterns, suggesting that early populations might have arrived through different routes or adapted to ice-age conditions in ways previously unimagined. Shifting to California, the Cerutti Mastodon Site presents a discovery that may fundamentally alter the timeline of human history in North America. In 1992, during a highway construction project in San Diego, a collection of mastodon bones was uncovered, sparking a decades-long investigation. Dated to an astonishing 130,000 years ago, these bones were found alongside large cobbles, showing distinct wear patterns. Researchers proposed that these stones were used as hammers and anvils to break the mastodon bones, suggesting a human-like presence capable of tool use far earlier than previously thought. The bones themselves exhibit spiral fractures, indicating they were broken while still fresh. This detail, along with the cobble's impact marks, led researchers to propose that early hominins at this site may have used the bones for marrow extraction or as raw materials for tool production. If validated, this would provide the earliest known evidence of human-related activity on the continent, predating the Clovis and even pre-Clovis cultures by over 100,000 years, thereby challenging the standard migration theories that propose much later human arrival. Unsurprisingly, these findings have stirred significant controversy. Many in the scientific community remain skeptical, arguing that natural forces could explain the fractures and impact marks on both the bones and the cobbles. Critics point out the absence of traditional stone tools, such as flaked artifacts, which are typically associated with human presence. They also suggest that construction equipment used during the site's initial discovery could have contributed to the breakage patterns observed. Despite these challenges, researchers maintain that the Cerutti Mastodon Site's evidence aligns with deliberate human activity, citing analyses that suggest the residues on the cobbles match contact with bone. Further studies have supported this interpretation, noting that the residue appears only on the impacted surfaces of the stones, indicating intentional force rather than random environmental effects. If validated, the Cerutti Mastodon Site would upend our understanding of early human migration into the Americas, suggesting a presence long before the Clovis and pre-Clovis cultures. While further investigations are essential, this site continues to ignite debate and push the boundaries of our knowledge about the continent's earliest inhabitants. Continuing down to the southeastern United States, the Topper Site in South Carolina offers another fascinating glimpse into early human history, potentially dating back an astonishing 50,000 years. Nestled along the Savannah River, this site has yielded artifacts and carbonized remains that appear to challenge the long-held belief that the first humans arrived in North America around 13,000 years ago. Initial excavations uncovered evidence of both Clovis and pre-Clovis occupation, with stone tools and chert flakes found in layers below traditional Clovis artifacts, suggesting a much earlier human presence. In 1998, archaeologists at the Topper Site discovered what seemed to be stone tools and other artifacts in sediment layers dating back approximately 16,000 years, pushing beyond the established timeline of Clovis culture. However, a deeper layer yielded even more remarkable results. Carbonized plant remains dated to 50,000 years ago. If confirmed, this date would place human activity in North America far earlier than previously accepted. Despite the promising evidence, skepticism surrounds the Topper Site. Critics argue that the site's stratigraphy has been compromised, raising doubts about the context and dating of the artifacts. They point to the potential for contamination or misinterpretation, questioning whether the artifacts truly represent deliberate human activity. However, proponents counter that the consistency in tool types and the presence of carbonized remains support the case for an early human presence. The implications of the Topper Site are profound. If verified, it could rewrite the history of human migration into North America, suggesting that early peoples were adept at navigating varied landscapes and adapting to changing environments. By challenging the traditional migration narrative, the Topper Site emphasizes the need for ongoing research and exploration to understand the complexities of human history on this continent. As we explore these archaeological sites, it becomes clear that the narrative of early human migrations into North America is more complex than previously believed. The evidence suggests that these ancient peoples adapted and thrived in diverse environments, pushing back the timeline of human presence on the continent by tens of thousands of years. These discoveries not only reshape our understanding of when and how humans arrived in North America, but also highlight the ongoing debates within the archaeological community, urging us to reconsider the stories we tell about our ancestors. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos, and we'll see you in the next one.